Hey guys, I got a really hot strategy for you that's going to be very, very simple to understand. And if you have any questions about it, just ask me on Wednesday during live class, and I can actually do more of it right in front of you guys to make sure to answer questions. But also let me know about the thumbnail. I'm showing you guys what we're doing as far as weekly profits on the copycat service. Because it's nothing better than knowing that you're going to start the week going into it, knowing full well that you're going to be profitable. There is nothing like the feeling of knowing that you're going to go into a trading week and you know in advance that you're going to be profitable. Your struggles are over. And that's what we're doing for our copycat members. So if you want to be a part of the copycat family, then join us at super easy, E as in echo, Z as in zebra, copycat.com/join. You'll see all the prices, the variations, the different options. We have the US 30, we have the Forex copier, we have the gold copier. You can get them in combo or you can do it a la carte. Either way it goes, you know that we're going to help you guys to be profitable. I posted some comments from other people who have joined. And by the way, thank you, Claude. Claude, before I started this video, he just joined, Claude C. I just got contacted from somebody from Hawaii who wants to get information about the copycat. So the plan that I had for you guys to be profitable for the rest of the year and going into next year, so that your worries are over financially, it's starting to happen. So anyway, let's get into the news, and then I'm going to get into this easy strategy for you guys. All right, so here we go. This week we do have a lot of important news on Wednesday and Thursday for the US dollar. So make sure you guys are aware that the inflation numbers and the CPI, this is one that you really want to possibly stay away. It's going to cause some fireworks pretty much. This is, as I was telling you guys, the inflation and especially the CPI report, specifically the CPI report. This right here is your presidential report card. That right there tells you it's called the Consumer Price Index, or I call it the Customer Inflation Index. This actually will let you know how well your president is doing. So if your president is doing good, then you'll see great numbers with this CPI report. But if your president is not good financially, I don't care how much you like them, this will tell you how much you personally will have to pay for their decisions. I'll repeat that. This CPI report will tell you personally how much you have to pay extra in your personal life, your rent, your gas, your groceries. That is your customer inflation report. How much do you have to pay extra because of their decisions? So low numbers here means low numbers for you. High numbers here means high numbers for you. So this is how, in a professional business sense, this is why this report always causes a little jitter in the markets, because this is what it's telling the financial companies and people who really understand this report, what they really need to know. Okay. So anyway, that's that. And then you have Fed Chairman Powell coming out on Thursday, and then you got the PPI, or production numbers. I call it the production numbers for the U.S., manufacturing numbers or whatever. So that PPI is coming out on Thursday. So you got those two. And then you have unemployment coming out on Wednesday for AUD. Outside of that, I didn't see much news. So let's get right on into the strategy, you guys. So first of all, let me do my weekly breakdown, and you're going to actually see how I did it. And then I'll do one free example at the end. Okay. Now, for those who are with the ocean wave system, you want to pay attention to this, because this is one of those ways where you can really tell, okay, which pairs do I need to keep my eye on for ocean wave trades? All right. So let's start with the AUD. And, I didn't mark this one out. Let me go out to the 4 hour. This will be one for me to actually mark. So I'm going to go here, and mark that high right there. And let's mark a low point where we see some consistency low, and that'll be right about there. And how did I pick that? All I did was I looked at it. Let me tell you this right up front. If you have the sexy analyst, this is going to be very easy for you to do this strategy, because the sexy analysts already have, and I'm using the 4 hour time frame. The sexy analysts already have your trend lines. It already have your support and resistance levels. It already have your supply and demand zones built in. And basically, if I move this line down, you'll see that I was started with a Fibonacci level right here. Let me remove this indicator out the way, which is my the Info Plus. It's a free indicator that you can get inside your market store on the MT4. It gives you all this different information. I'm going to move it out the way for now. Let's delete it, and so we can see them fib levels. And let me make the fib levels a little bit brighter so that you guys can see this. This is very, very easy strategy. See down here is my Fibonacci levels. And these are the settings for the 6 analysts. You got all these different options. You even have inner and outer trend lines. I use the outer trend lines, but you can use the inner trend lines. There's a bunch of options. Just a multi-use tool, so you can take advantage of that. So let's make it this color here, just to brighten it up a little bit so you can see the fib levels. Okay, so you see the Fibonacci levels. Those are areas where you can actually start and then adjust it from there. All right, so let's go here and put this. You see it's at the 23.6 Fibonacci level, so I'll start there. But as you can see, price action, it's not hanging exactly right there. So I'm gonna double click and I'm gonna move this up just a little bit. All right, now why did I move it there? Let's take a look right here. You can see this is wicked, came down, wicked, came down, and so it's hovering in this range. See, a candle touched it, came down, came close, and came down. It doesn't have to be exact, you guys. So it's up to you. If you want to use the fibs, you can put it on the fibs. You can do that. But I like a thin line right there. You can see this candle touched it right here. You can see this candle literally touched it right there. This candle broke through and came right below. These waved at it really close. That one waved at it. This candle right here touched, and look at where price action stopped. Literally on the dot right here on Friday. So this is a good area. So again, you can mark out a couple of them, but you know, just to keep it simple, I'll do that. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, I got my high, so I'm going to right click. Let me show you guys how to do that first. Let me start fresh, because some of you guys saying, hey, how did you get those lines and stuff? Okay, let me show you. Hold on, hold on. So you go right here to your horizontal line, okay? Tap on that and pick an area and just left click and drop it in place. You can double click on it, and when you double click, you'll see this little square box come up, okay? That lets you know that you can actually change it. So I'm going to right click on it. Again, I'm going to double click, see the box come up, click on horizontal line property. And then here you can adjust it. You know, you can, if you want a specific number. So if you want 107.65, you can just plug that in and it'll go right there. Okay. But here's what I want to do. I just want to simply change the color. I want my resistance or for reversal trades at the top for sales. I want the top to be red. Okay. And for the bottom, I want that to be green. Okay. Now you can change this to blue or whatever. Let's just pick blue for the sake of argument. And let's just choose white up here for the sake of argument, or yellow. No, let's choose white. White for top and blue for bottom. But again, you can use any color that works for you, okay? And then we have this red one. So let's change this. I'm sorry. Let me change that again. Change that from red, and let's change that to white. And there we go. All right, so we have our tops and bottoms. So now from here, watch what happened right here. I'm going to drop to the 15-minute, and once you have the Simplicity Scanner, this is where this is going to come in, where you don't have to watch your charts. You're going to already know in advance, and you can write a note, make a note to yourself, hey, when I'm going to watch these pairs, basically, so, or whatever you choose to do. But bottom line is this. It's really simple. Oops, sorry. Let's go back to the charts for AUD, NZD, and see what happened. So you wrote your resistance line. How did you get there? Look. Boom, 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 touched it before, came up here and hovered, okay? Well, how do we get to bottom? Multiple touches in this area, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's good enough. It doesn't have to be exact, okay? You're just looking for areas where price had touched it before and now it's hanging in the same area again. That's all you're doing, okay? And again, I can cover this more on Wednesday. And as I go through each one of the pairs, you're going to see that, okay? If price action breaks through here, then the next level that I would be looking at, and this is how people are drawing their levels. It's no new strategy. It's just right there. Okay, so I see support right here with one candle touch, but I actually see more of it right down here. So I would put it right in that range. So if price action breaks through here, the next area is going to be, see, looking back, touch, 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 touch. Now, I'm going to show you what makes this different, so just hang tight, because some of you guys, oh, I know that already. No, just hang tight. Watch how this plays out. Watch how this plays out. So we're going to choose another blue, so let's just do that. All right, so we got our areas, okay? These are the ranges on the 4-hour. Watch what happened when it touched up here. Let's drop to the 15-minute, and this was last week. Bingo. Look at that. So as I'm going along, that was 54 pips on just that one trade, just marking it up. And of course you had your, your tops and this and that, but this is a confirmation tool. This is very, very easy confirmation so that moving forward, when you receive if you have the simplicity scanner, which you can get on superezforex@gmail.com, I'm sorry, superezforex.com. If you get our scanner and the alert comes out, this now is where you can do your analysis. If you want to just say, hey, I need one more level of proof just to make sure that it is what it is. Is it in this range? So this is all I'm going to do. So you guys can clearly see this, okay? And you can see where it stopped at. But again, if it ocean waves through, okay, if it ocean waves through, watch this, and let me go here. Go to this pair, ocean wave family. Ocean wave through, when I say ocean wave through, that means it continues to go down because now it's trending in that direction, all right? If it trends in that direction, we now can know what to expect. And here's the breakthrough. And we'll look at that arrow. Look at that arrow. Ain't that cool? Okay. Ain't that cool? Y'all see that? So according to this, it looks like it could continue down. So if so, then according to your markup, your next target would be, your take profit would be what? 109.89.4. That would be the next target if you were to ocean wave this thing down to the next level. But I do expect it to probably try to pull up to the main wave, but we'll see. But at least now you have an understanding of what to look for. Okay, so now when you're doing an ocean wave, you can see, okay, what is the possible level that it can go to? But since this thing has dropped so far down, it may do a pullback first to get a little breather. Okay, so anyway, that's that. So now let's keep going. So as I'm going through here, look at what happened on Friday. I marked up that area in advance. How do I know? Look at these areas. Touch, 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 touch. Touch, touch, touch. I marked it up. Let's go to the 15-minute where you would have got an arrow and look at that sell trade right there. Here's another big winner for you, and that is AUD CAD. That was for 116 pips. Let's go to the next one that I marked up. And this is all I did. I just went to the 4-hour, and I marked up these levels, and I used the support and resistance dots, as you can see. And if you have the daily dot from the signal service, that's another one because it tells you the daily levels. So all together, I just used exactly what we already had, and I just added some lines just to say, okay, let me just visually see the ranges. I call it the lunchbox special. I just created the lunchbox special. So I just created the lines, and I said, let me see the range that's playing in between. Okay, and therefore, if it touches in these areas, then I kind of know. So for an example, see how this candle literally on Friday, it stopped right at the support dot, which is right at my support line. And you can see it looks like it's going to do a sharp pullback first. So let's look at this sell trade right here because this is where I marked it. Now, if you can't see it up here, because I looked at it, here's where price action had broken through. And this is another thing. It's a great way for you to know where to put your stop loss. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is a great way to know where to put your stop loss because you can see these previous ranges. If it breaks through there, then don't have a huge stop loss above this because it means it's breaking out of this range. So, okay, you got to wait for it to go to the next level. And that's what it did. So basically what I did, I used its previous highest level. And sometimes what you can do is go to the daily and see. If you can't see it on the 4-hour, use the daily. So I marked it out on the daily. And as you can see right here from the daily, I can even move it down here a bit. But I like the 4-hour better. If I moved it right here, you can see that price action came here. It came through here before. So these are levels where it breaks through, come back and touch. You see it did that breakthrough, halted, then came up, came close, and there you go. Now, some people say, well, why don't you use this, which is a range area? And you can do that and just create a range. So if that works better for you, then go ahead and create the range. And there you go. So it's actual range. But for me, I want it a little bit more accurate. So that's why I don't use the horizontal rectangle. I like to use just the line because I want it as close to what I'm seeing as possible. So for an example, even from the daily, you can see all this clutter of action right here. Clutter, 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 clutter. Everything keeps stopping in this range. Look at this candle. Literally. Look at this. Literally stopped in this area. So even from the daily, I can see why this candle stopped at this level and said, okay, we might want to go back up. See, and it's close enough for me to visually see. So again, you don't have to be accurate, but that's okay. So now we do have this area right here. Okay, and I'm gonna move mine back up from the 4 hour, and let's take a look on the 15 minute and look at that arrow. Dead smack on it. Literally. That's 193 pips. Now, if you take it from the 30-minute time frame, look at how pretty that 30-minute arrow is. And that's the other thing there. So you might want to just do 30-minute arrow just for, give it a little bit more time just to make sure it's not a fake out. Because the 15-minute is going to get you in earlier, but the 30-minute is kind of like its own built-in confirmation to let you know, hey, wait. Let's make absolutely certain this is true. And you can see that you're not missing that many pips. So you can see literally from my white line on the 4 hour, look at where the 30-minute arrow came in. Bam. Amazingly accurate. Okay, look at this red line. You can see it across there. Boom. Okay, look at that. Stop loss above the supply and demand zone on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, that's why I said get the sexy analyst. If you don't have it, it's on our website, superezforex.com. I'm telling you, you got everything you need to know. All you're doing is just tagging in some lines on the 4 hour as additional confirmation. But outside of that, you already got your supply and demand zones, which you can use as your stop loss. I would have put my stop right above this demand zone. I'm sorry, supply zone up here. That's where I would have put my stop. Really tight stop. Man, just amazing. Okay. All right. Let's go to another one. Let's go to AU. 30-minute time frame. You can see my red line up here. See? Bam. I rolled it right through there. See that price action touching? See all that? Look at that candle. Boom. See that? So I just put my line right through there. Arrow comes in on the 30-minute. Voila. Or you can use the 15-minute. Again, it's up to you. Voila. Either way it goes. Big winners. Big winners. Big winners. Big winners. All right. So let's keep going. AUD CHF. See that red line I wrote? Look at that. All right. So now here's where it gets good. As we're looking at this, I'm seeing that my line was right here, but you see it broke through. So that means if your take profit was right here at this green line, it actually hit it big time. And that's the other thing. You can use whatever other side. So if you're doing sales and you have your line right here, that would have been about 60 pips. Guess what? It broke through and hit that and smashed through your take profit. Okay. Smashed right through it. So that's great. And then what happens is if it wants to dip down lower, you can always readjust this to, okay, here's the new area where it likes. And let's see if there was some activity. And there was. Now I would prefer it to be right here. See, because that's more in line with where I see a lot of activity. But again, it doesn't have to be exact. Look at the candles touching right there. So that means if this thing comes down further, it will probably come down and do a little bit more touching, about only 15 pips. So I wouldn't worry about it. So either way it goes, it can come down to this support and then bounce out of there. Okay. So then if I'm using the system, look at my green line, and it's how accurate is that? Wow. How accurate is that? I drew the line right in front of you guys. Look at that. And look at what you're seeing right here. I think it could come back and retest and then boom, pop out. Now you can also trade from the 15-minute time frame period, you know, mark up these areas and just use this. See, look at this, boom, to the upside, boom, to the downside. This you would have ignored because it's not right next to your lines. See, there's many different ways to do this. Okay. So you had your sell. This one is a buy trade. It came in early. Let's look at the 30-minute and see how close it would have been. 30-minute is right dead smack on there. Look at there. And I told you to supply and demand zones. Where did you put your stop? Below the demand zone, right down here. Right here. Put your stop right below there at the 78.6. Did it come down, retest it? Did it come down and break it? So when you're getting your 30-minute alerts, you've marked out your areas. So long as these arrows are coming in within that range, anywhere within that range, you're platinum. Okay, look at this. See, here we go. Okay, where's this demand zone? Right here. You see that? Okay. And let me change the color of that to make it brighter. Oh, this is so exciting. I told you guys, only Super Easy is doing these things for you guys. Only Super Easy. All these other groups, and I'm a part of a lot of groups, trust me, they're not doing this stuff. They're really not showing you how to win. All right, what color would you like? Let's make this one, let's choose this light green right here. No, we're already using green, so let's use this purple zone. Just use purple for the time being, just so it can stand out a bit. And you guys can see it's the supply and demand zone, okay? All right, so now you can see it. So basically, where would I put my stop? Right below the demand zone, right down here. Arrow comes in, it came close, and then came support, bounced around, kept bouncing off of our 4-hour support line. You see that? Stay right there, bouncing around in that support line. This is what you're seeing, okay? Bounce, and then took the heck off. How big? 219 pips. Bing, 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 kept on going. So now it's coming back in this range. I believe it could retest this area. So if I'm going to look at a sell trade, meaning for this one, and that's on AUD JPY, let's go to that with Ocean Wave. Ooh, look at there, baby. Look at there. Look at there. So if it does come back down, we at least have an idea where to set our take profit, and that possibly will give us. Now, again, the market is still moving over the weekend, so none of this was really going to be irrelevant until the market's open. But if it was like this still around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, then guess what? That'll give you another 22 pips to retest this area, or it could come all the way down to here and retest this level and give you 34 pips. So you can see how they work hand in hand. But this is just powerful stuff, okay? You can see here's the 30-minute time frame on the buy. You see how this one came down. Where's your stop loss? Your stop loss is right below the demand zone. See, right below there. That's where your demand zone is. Right below, I'm sorry, your stop loss is right below the demand zone. Shot up, came back and retested and took off and went up for how many pips from the arrow? From there to there, 106 pips, okay? So you can use your system with this, okay? So we don't see anything here. Let's go to the 15-minute because this was the range. And you can see where cluttered, and shot up. So we don't have anything there, and that's great. If you don't find anything, don't worry about it. But when that sell trade came in, boom, that thing dropped, all right? So let's go back out. This, as you can see, is just nowhere because the high point is right here. The next highest candle is right there. So if anything, the market likes to continue in the trend direction. So it could push just a little bit and retest this level right here. Either way it goes, this one is choppy and sloppy, so I don't see anything necessary on that. All right, this one, again, this is what I was telling you guys. See how I have marked out where my my buy area would be? Because you can see the candles are clustered. So I marked it up very well, but look at what happened on Friday. Okay, look at what happened on Friday. Right here, you can see I marked off this top because it was a head and shoulders. You can see that. Here's the head, shoulder, bap, bap. So I knew it would be a sell from there. Okay, here it is. Here's the sell trade. It dropped initially, and you could have took your profits because it was right there at the line. That was 77 pips. You should have taken profit. But see where that red line is? Arrow comes in shortly. I put my stop. Now you say, okay, I don't see a supply and demand zone. That's okay. What you do see is resistance, so you put it right there. Okay, put your stop right there. 65 pips, 74 made, and it smashed through. So again, if you wanted to use this as your take profit, watch what happens. Okay, let's take a look. Let's just say on this, I would have took the 77 pips and ran personally, because here's another level. You can see it came right to there, and that's where it bounced. 79 pips, then bounced up, retested, and then came all the way down. And look at that, 187 pips. So now no matter whether you stopped at this 30-minute level and said, I'll get out right here because I see its support right there. And it came literally right there and bounced back up, came back to the same level again. 2 chances to win to get you out. And then it collapsed and broke through to your green line. So either way it goes, if you want to just, hey, I'm going to let it touch to the green line, 187 pips. If you wanted to get out right here, you would have made your money. Either way it goes, you see how powerful this is? See how powerful this is? Get the sexy analyst, simplicity and sexy analyst, and I'm drawing in trend lines. Okay, I mean some lunchbox lines. Okay, just creating that little box on the 4-hour, seeing what are the ranges, the possible ranges. Okay, and again, if you have questions, let me know on Wednesday. Look at this, boom, 30-minute, big money. And I see this is hanging right here. That means if it continues and breaks through this level, then it could come down to this level, which will give you another 49 pips. Okay, let's check it on the Ocean Wave, CAD JPY. Ooh, what I tell y'all, this is just too smooth. Again, price action moves over the weekend, so none of this could be relevant. But if it is looking like this on tonight around 10 p.m. New York time or 11 p.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time, and I'm still seeing this little sideways action, the spongy bob square head, I'm going to take that thing on down. I'm going to take it on down, and I know where to put my target. See? Because I know the next level it's going to target is right down to here, which is 109,134. Okay, that's the next support line. All right. You guys seeing how this is working? So here's where it's stuck at support now. Again, but I think it could come down to here. So would I be a buyer at this point? Absolutely not. I will be actually a continuation of a seller, but we'll see how the markets play out. Okay, because here's where my green line is. This is where I'm going to be willing to take a look at a buy trade. But until then, I'm going to ocean wave this thing on down the hill. Okay, see that? You got your arrow going sideways. One of my favorite patterns, but again, it can do anything because it is the weekend. All right. So you guys seeing how powerful this is crazy. And look, we done broke down and made big money on all of these different pairs. And we only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 of the 8 we've done well. Okay. Because the other ones we didn't see anything worth trading. All right. Let's keep going. Now, I'm going to speed this up for time's sake, because again, if you have any questions, you can ask questions during Wednesday's class. Look at that. Take profit smashed. Here's my green line. You see that? Take profit was smashed. Smashed. Look at that. Look at that. Smashed through my take profit. Wow. All right. Now, I did do a buy trade on this. Let's take a look. See, I drew my line in accordance with what I saw with the sexy analyst. Drop down to the 30. Look at that. Look at that. Here's my red line. Look at that. Everything lined up perfectly. Okay. That was 86 pip winner. This is just too easy, you guys. Just if it comes down and retest to this level, we know we're going to buy it again. See how this came down, touched my line, went up, came down, touched my line, and took off. So I'm hoping that this thing will actually come back down, retest in my area, and I'm going to buy it and bring it back up to this range right here. Okay. Now, let's keep going. Euro Swiss, see it smash through the take profit. Here's the buy area, 30 minute. There we go. See that candle? See, here's the buy, my line that I drew, and it broke through it. Another winner. Just easy, just too easy. I mean, it's literally too easy. All right, let's go to the 30 minute. I did do a buy on this trade. As you can see, I put my line right here. And again, you could have put another line below here, but I chose to put it right here because I've seen all this price action touching. So therefore, 30-minute arrow comes in, look at there, and wah to the freaking law. And that one right here to its point was 50 something pips, and I did close it out. It was a Friday. So as I seen that resistance, I took my money and ran. Okay, another one. Just constant winners. This one here, I didn't touch because it was just too wild. You see this big movement? And this is from the presidential election. And you see historically, this one has big, massive moves on the ECAD. Okay. So because of these big wicks, I didn't want to touch it. I didn't play with it. I did draw the line right here, but you see it wicks way too much. So I didn't trade that one. Same thing with this euro dollar. I didn't fool with it because of the presidential election. However, take a look at the 30-minute arrow. You can see, look at that. Boom, shot up. I think if I was to trade this, I would trade it back down to the downside. Let's take a look at Ocean Wave, see what it's talking about. And again, it's in confirmation that this could possibly wingman itself right on back down for sale. Okay, so if anything, I would just actually sell this. It looks like it could come up and then drop. What they call it, a flag pattern. See? It can break through here. Once it comes up, and breaks through this trend line, yeah, I'll be taking this for a sale. And where would I be going with it? I would be coming right back down to this level right here to test it out. Okay. I'll be coming right back down to that level. And that's where I'll be doing my thing if I was to actually play with this. And you can see it's kind of showing you that already. You see my red line? I was already there. See? All right. All right. Lunchbox special. Now this one was another one. See, this is why I did take a trade on a buy on this one, but since it was Friday, I already knew, okay, it's getting late and they're still not going through. So I did have my lunchbox line right here. And that one was for, and let me change these colors right here. And it's a kind of long video, I know, but just want to kind of show you guys this initially. So moving forward, when I'm doing my videos and I do the lunchbox special, you guys will see exactly what I'm doing. So this is where I saw, and I took a buy trade right here on Friday. Okay. But what happened was that it got late in the game, and when London was about to close, it still didn't do anything. So I just quickly closed it out. We did make about 7 pips on this trade or something like that. But after that, I just closed it out. And thank God I did. Look at what happens. Always, always, always. Once it comes towards Friday, going into Sunday and Monday, they always continue with the main trend. What was the main trend? The main trend was down. Okay, so that's why I'm just going to wait for an arrow. If I don't get an arrow, no trade. Okay, wait for the arrow. So no arrow, no trade. But if it does just stop hunt, it looks like it was just a stop hunt. And look where it stopped, right within our supply zone. I'm stored demand zone. Yeah, demand zone. Okay, right up in there. That's where it looked like it stopped on the 4 hour. So we'll see how this plays out. But again, I'm waiting for a buy arrow. And once I get that buy arrow on the 30 minute, I'm going to buy this thing back up in this range and put my target right up here. Okay, that's where I will put it. Or you can even adjust it down to something a little more conservative, which would be right about there. Why? Because we see a touch support levels there with the simplest sexy analyst support. Sexy analyst is showing this is strong support. See all that clutter? So I can put it right up in there and just say, okay, I'll be conservative. And I see it touched. See, this is what I'm looking for. Where did it touch on the 4 hour? Boom, 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 boom. And that 4 hour will create my range. So there would be a good one. Okay. You can even do it right to here. Okay. Touch as many arrows that candles that touch. That's what I'm looking for. So I think this will be a good one right here. Oh, I see it right there. Yeah, I would leave it right there. So that means if I get an arrow and it comes back into this range, where is it going? It will give me about 30 something pips on that conservatively. Now, if I want bigger pips, then I will move it back up to this area where I see it and touch multiple times right here. And that would be my target. So if it gives me an arrow from this range to here, that'll be 49 pips. All right, let's keep going. So Swiss, I think this is going to go back up from here. I see it touched down to this range and came back up. So it's created a slant pattern. What is a slant? And you've learned this many years of me talking about this in class. That's there. Okay, so the initial trend is upward. So if I'm wrong, it's no big deal. It was going up, as you can see, and then it did the close of the market. But I think that it could go back up. Now, this is just me jumping in early on the 15 minute, as you can see right here. So I think it could come back up. It just did that sharp pullback where at the close of the market, the candles just do wiki stuff. But I think it may come back up and touch to the top on the 4 hour to retest this slant pattern because the market's trend is up. So I'm following it back up. If I'm wrong, then I'll just get tapped out right there for 28 pips. But you can see I took it off the 15 minute arrow. Why? Because where's my arrow, my line? Right here. Where's the arrow? Right there, sitting there. Okay, so this could do a pullback and then come up and touch it. And if so, I'll be eating pretty good. See that? You can do it from the 15 on to 30. All right, let's look at GCAD. Now, GCAD, as you can see, is ranging within this. It's very sloppy and choppy. So do I see anything? No, nothing that would be something that I would like. Let's take a look at GCAD here. And from the 15, see, as you can see, it's really nothing here. I don't see anything entertaining. It's going just sideways on here. So that's one of those, you just don't mess with it. If you don't see it, don't trade it. GU, and I'm going to speed it up from here. Here's GU. Look at that. Here's my green line. Look at that. Look at that. Price action drops. Go to my green line. And there we go. Now, the arrow came in late, but you look at what price action did as soon as it touched my line on the 4 hour. Told you it's powerful. Powerful, powerful. As soon as it touched my green line, boom, hopped up out of there like a frog. Now, what do I think it could do? Come back down and retest and then possibly go up first. Okay, but either way it goes, were we right? Yes, look at this. See, all the way down to the 15 minute, you can see this is the area, touch, and it popped out of there like a frog in hot water. Okay, GN. All right, GN, here's that buy. Watch this. Bing. Perfect. Perfect. And where's the take profit? It would have been at this green. Almost got there. Almost got there. But either way it goes, did you make some good pips? Bing. 107 pips, one trade. All this was just on last week, Thursday and Friday. We eating good in the neighborhood. Here's a beautiful buy right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Right on the line. Literally. How many pips was this one? 191. Okay. Just drawing in these areas. Where can it go next? It's wicking here, but I think it could still come up and touch this area. Once it comes to this area and touch, if I get a 30-minute arrow, then yes, I'm going to ride it to the downside. Okay. GJ, see, literally coming down. Here's my lines. See, I just picked areas where there was a lot of disco dancing going on, and it literally stopped right there. But look at this sell area. Let's look at the sell first. Literally right there. See, boom. Stop loss is right above your resistance bar, or or whatever, or above your red line. Either one of those were fine. Came here, it did pull back. Don't watch it. Just wait till the next day. 181 pips. Look at where it stopped. Literally right close to my green line. Literally. So I think it can still come back down and touch my green line if it's going to, because it always tends to follow the trend. Okay. So if that's the case, I wouldn't buy right away. I will wait and see what happens. But look at there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Same thing here. Let's look at the 30-minute sale trade. Look at all these winners you had last week alone. All of these. All of these. Wow. All you had to do is wait till the end of the week, because most of this is going to happen midweek towards the end of the week. Okay. And all of these were on Friday, Thursday and Friday. So you might have to wait till the, till the middle, Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, and then you just collect your checks. But look at where this stopped. Here's my line right here. Look at where it stopped at, literally. And look at where this buy arrow came in. Boom. Okay. So I think we have something, don't we? NZD Swiss, look at that. Boom, sell, and look at where it stopped at. Boom. And I marked these up before this happened. Boom. Look at where it stopped at. Boom. This is crazy. All right. Now, now this is wild, so I really don't like it. But again, drew the range. Go to the 30-minute. If a 30-minute arrow came out, would I like it? Absolutely. And there you go. And look, it smashed through my green line, which means your take profit would have been what? Smashed. How many pips? Let's just say you got in late down here. And take profit was there. That's 31 pips, but it actually went down to 48 pips. So take profit is smashed. So now let's move this down further, since this is where it went to come. And that's more accurate anyway. Like I said, this is not an exact science. I should have put it here anyway. So 448, look. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this was more better anyway. Wow. So literally, it would have came right to the best area. And again, this is not an exact science, so don't worry about trying to be perfect. But look at how this came exactly to there. Either way it goes, what is a winner? Yeah, it was winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's keep going. We're almost done here. All right, so here's where I put this one. Now, this one was way up here when I initially put it. So that was the initial range. But that's an old range, so you will have to adjust these as price action moves down. So where was the new next range? Here, you would have drew this line. How do you know? Because here's that. We have action here. We have resistance here. Thank you, some sexy analysts, because it gives you that. And then there. So now let's drop down to 30-minute. And we had an arrow perfection. And did it smash our take profit? Yes, here's our red line. Smashed right through there. Another winner. How many losses did you have? You say none. Oh, okay. All right, cool. And look at where it's stopping at. We're literally right in our area. It's stopping right there. Here's a red line. See where it stopped at? Another winner. Very, very powerful. Just powerful stuff. Very easy. Look at this sale trade. All right, let's go here. We're literally on the line. Literally. And if this continues, we see it can run straight down a little bit further. Let's make sure this is accurate. And we do see there's cluster here. Let me move this up a bit. All right, there, that would be a little more accurate, because I see boom, 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 boom. So this could come down and touch here a little bit further before going back up, but we'll see what the market has to say about that. Let's swing over to our other partner, which is the Ocean Wave, and click on there. And this is saying, yep, it has potential to still go downhill. Okay. That's what it says. So I'm in agreement with it. I don't argue with it. Okay. All right. And look at where the average daily low is. And it's literally almost exactly where I said. Look at it from the ocean wave, and it's saying the same thing. So it can literally come down to this level right here. And you can see that support and all that activity right there. So that's what I'm saying. How much more on this one? Probably another 60 pips on that trade right there that you can squeeze up out of that bad boy if it continues down. And then from there, I'll buy it and bounce it all the way back up. That's what I would do. All right, let's go 2 more and we're out of here. USD Swiss. Oh my, look at this. Literally, look at my line. Look at my line. How do I draw it? Touch, 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 touch. 30-minute. We didn't have arrow. Let's check the 15-minute. Okay, we don't have arrow yet. All right, great. So this would be one that would be on my radar. I would assume that it will probably come back up and retest this area first. Okay, retest this area first and then give us an arrow. So either way it goes, this will be on my radar because look at what happened the last time it touched. You can see this last one, which was over here. You see this first one? Look at that. Arrow came in, literally. Stop losses above the supply zone up here. Demand zone, yeah, supply zone. So supply zone is up here. So I would put my stop right above there, nice and tight, and it dropped right on down and hit for 65 pips. Pretty freaking nice, guys. Pretty nice. And by the way, I don't know why I got this all the way down here. I'll readjust it up here. This is where it should have been because this is where I see activity. Boom, 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 boom. You can also double check it on the daily if you want to see if you're accurate. I don't see anything on the daily on this one. Oh, yes, I do. Right there. See, right here. Shrink it out. All that activity right there. Boom. Activity, 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 activity. So that would have been a better area. So would it have hit our take profit? Yep. It would have smashed it on this initial trade. It would have hit our take profit perfectly right there. So this will be on my radar this week because I'm seeing a double tap to the top. Okay, boom, boom. And if it doesn't break through, then that means I'm waiting for an arrow and I'm going to take it right back down to this level again. All right, one more and we're done. All right, so this one here, this one gave us an arrow on the 30-minute, literally on the line. And now it's created a lower high, which means that we have a unique situation because now this could be the new area that we're targeting. Okay. Because this is already touched up here and it created a lower high. Here's the high. How do you know? Here's some sexy analyst. Yellow dots. See, here's the level. It was equal. Now this is the next high up where it stopped, but it didn't go all the way up here. So this is the next high. So this will be the next level. We have plenty of candle activity. So now let's go to the 30-minute and let's check the 15 and see if we got an arrow. Yep, we had got an arrow on the 15-minute to the downside right here to the next level. So this was a unique one. But since the market always tends to continue back up to the trend, it'll probably come back up. Hopefully it'll come back up all the way to this level. But either way it goes, I'll wait for a sell arrow again and go from there. Okay. All right, you guys, that'll wrap up this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the work that I did on this one. Again, if you have any questions, and then my videos on Sunday, I typically like to go through all the charts to try to give you an idea of what to look for. But for ocean wave traders, now you understand, okay, if I'm looking to take ocean wave trades in the same direction, about how many pips can I get about of that thing, you now understand how to do that. So let's take a quick look at this one. So if this continues and pops up, and I don't see anything on this one, but if it does pop up, you clearly know what to look for now, because you know it's going to probably try to retest this or this range. But either way it goes, when I get a 30-minute arrow, I'm going to be smacking this to the what? Downside. I'm not going to look for buy arrows. I'm going to look for what kind of arrows? Sell arrows. So again, this was a very, very easy strategy. How many wins did we have? All of them. How many losses? None of them. Okay. So again, this is a very hot strategy you guys can use personally if you still want to trade on your own. But for the rest of you guys who are wising up to what Uncle P said, we're going to be an amazing thing for you to do where you just set it and forget it. Go with the copycat service, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. We've already helped people pass prop firm challenges. People are making thousands of dollars now, when at first they made absolutely nothing for all these years. And then as soon as they sign up with the copycat service, they're now being profitable instantly without even looking at the charts. So it's up to you. All right, you guys, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.